Let's talk about the Luke Bateman of it all. If you've somehow ignored the story, good for you. You basically, a hunky Australian, became a book talker, amassed a huge following, got a 2-book deal on an idea, not even a manuscript. And people been feeling a certain way about it, especially across book talk and other bookish spaces. As a writer, I understand, especially when the story is framed that way, some of the bitterness there, because I mean, it's hard. It is really hard if you've been working for decades trying to get into the industry or self-publishing your own books or both, to see someone sort of just feel like they just swept in and took the prize without putting in the work or the time. But I'm not sure that's exactly what's going on here. Luke Bateman, who I don't follow, I don't really know that much about him, but he's a retired National Rugby League player. He was the Bachelor on the Australian version of The Bachelor. This is not just some random guy who was attractive, came on Book Talk, lured everyone in with his siren song, and then got a book deal. I want us to be careful when we are, critiquing these things or feeling bitter or whatever, that we're kind of going after the problem, the actual problem. And I don't think the problem really here is Luke Bateman. I think the problem is the world. Well, if I was a 30-year-old retiree, he's retired from rugby, I would probably be looking at the rest of my career and saying, what do I enjoy? What do I like? Probably my agent and the other professionals who are helping my career development are asking me those questions. And this happens all the time. I think especially if you're an author, if you're a writer, and you're feeling frustrated by this news and this announcement, I think it's good to understand the full scope of it. It's a bigger systemic problem than just this one person who got this one deal. And I think why that's helpful is if you look at this deal with Luke Bateman, this book deal that he got, essentially, this is just like every other celebrity out there. The book industry is so much more competitive now than it ever has been, at least the big book industry. And this is sort of a result of lots of different forces, but a lot of it just comes down to capitalism. More and more people are being put in charge of creative spaces who are not creative people, but who are money people, or these creative people are beholden to the money people, and money people like to minimize risks. The way that movie makers and publishers minimize risk is trying to bet on somebody who's a proven quantity. And I'm sure garnering this book talk following was part of this deal. His writing ability was way down there because obviously, who cares, because he hasn't written anything yet. So they obviously knew that they could work with him or use a ghostwriter or whatever to make this work.